Devastated as I resembled, he's right, no doubt now, is the ideal opportunity. It's the ideal opportunity for him to take off from the house stays after the crazy Oscar occurrence between Will Smith and Chris Rock. Jada Smith was at the center of attention by and by for how she really destroyed her family, yet what precisely compelled adherents say that she is self-centered. And what might be said about Jada raising Willow and Jaden demonstrates that she is narrow-minded oak. The Smith family is without a doubt perhaps of the most capricious family in Hollywood, and that is something both Will and Jada have been pleased to discuss. Like in a meeting with the news in 2013, Will Smith was asked when did he last rebuff Jaden, and he basically said, "We don't do discipline." Then while talking with Hot Living that very year, Will said, "We regard our youngsters the manner in which we would regard some other individual things like tidying up their room. You could never advise a completely mature grown-up to tidy up their room. So we don't advise our children to tidy up their rooms. Obviously, the manner in which they decide to raise Willow and Jaden is demonstrative of disregard, and to some specific degree narrow-mindedness, particularly with regards to Jada." And yes, fans rushed to bring up cases when Jada demonstrated she was absolutely self-centered and destroyed her family. First off, when Willow was only a youthful youngster, she was shot in bed with shirtless Moises Regions, who was 20 at the time. That occurrence really upset fans. Such a lot of that kid's security administrations were called to their home by individuals who dreaded for Willow well-being. And in a fairly stunning development, sources near the family told Thames that Jada accepted Willow was full sufficiently grown to settle on her own choices, and that she saw the image as a statement of workmanship. As a matter of fact, when examined concerning the photograph, straight by Thames, Jada said nothing bad could really be said about it, and the sensationalist newspapers were extending their garbage onto it. As per fans, Jada saying that she didn't see an issue with her high school little girl presenting with a shirtless grown-up on her bed, demonstrated that she couldn't have cared less about Willow's prosperity. In one more occurrence in 2015, Willow was at the focal point of debate again when she posted a topless photograph. And in light of her age at the time, supporters, via web-based entertainment, said it was absolutely unseemly. Because of the backfire, Jada said, "Simply don't contaminate something not grimy. It's truly extreme." I feel like the association with the worth of ladies on a greater scale has diminished massively again. Fans were stunned that Jada saw nothing amiss with youthful Willow presenting topless, and assuming you felt that was terrible, simply prepare yourself since it deteriorates. In a May 2018 episode of the Red Casual Conversation, Willow uncovered that she started trimming herself after the progress of her single Mind My Hair, and by the outcome of Whip My Hair we are discussing when Willow was around 11. As per supporters, if Jada had been focusing harder on her child than herself, she would have acknowledged a whole lot sooner that something was not squarely. In an alternate episode of the Red Casual Conversation in 2019, Willow likewise said she was not so much as a youngster at the point when she started watching Grown Up Happy, and Jada really said that she had some awareness of it, yet she simply never plumped down with Willow and conversed with her about watching Grown Up Satisfied when she was in a real sense not so much as a youngster at this point. In April 2020, Willow again focused on how she used to exorbitantly smoke pot and recognized that it is useful to many individuals, yet said her social and sporting use became unnecessary. Well, she said that she cut back on smoking, and when she did, she saw her capacity to concede to useful interests in her day-to-day existence like yoga. What stunned fans anyway was the way that Will and Jada realized that she was smoking exorbitantly, yet they never halted her despite the fact that it went totally crazy. As per fans, via online entertainment, just a self-centered parent would permit such things to either occur or not even have some familiarity with a portion of the things that occurred directly in front of them. Gracious, something different when Willow uncovered that she was polyamorous. Fans Additionally said that Jada's reaction caused them to accept that she didn't actually plump down with Willow to assist her with understanding her decision. Jada reviewed the second Willow told her that she needed to be polyamorous, and she was good with the choice, saying, "When you resembled hello, this is my get down. I was like, I thoroughly get it. I think anything goes as long as the goals are clear." And it's not only Willow by the manner in which fans have consistently brought up throughout the long term that the way Jaden acts demonstrates that he was disregarded, and that his folks Jada explicitly just thought often about herself, like in 2013 Jaden stunned his folks, as well as the whole world, when he concluded that he had enough and requested liberation for his 15th birthday celebration. What was much more surprising than Jaden requesting liberation was the way Jada answered in light of the fact that she in a real sense said, and I pondered internally devastated, as I was like, he's right now is the ideal opportunity. He's 15. It's the ideal opportunity for him to take off from the house. Some fans were likewise not precisely shocked about how Jada treated Willow and Jaden on the grounds that Jada's own union with Will has additionally been one amazing thrill ride. As a matter of fact, individuals via virtual entertainment actually demand that the way Jada treats Will demonstrates that she is narrow-minded. Take the Oscars occurrence, for example. Supposedly a source near Jada let us know week by week that Jada was not content with the manner in which her significant other responded. The source informed the distribution that while slapping Chris was seemingly out of the blue, and that he went overboard, of which Jada and Will were unfinished. Understanding the insider likewise said that Jada didn't believe that Will should shield her, as she's not a lady he really wants safeguarding. They truly said he didn't have to do what he did. She didn't require safeguarding. She's not a loner, as a matter of fact. She's a resilient lady, a stubborn lady, and she can take on her own conflicts. Well, fans said that Jada was really misleading on the grounds that in a video that circulated around the web days after the episode, Jada was in a real sense seen snickering after Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. The recording was recorded by an individual from the Oscars 2022 crowd, sitting only 2 lines from the stage, and in it Will should have been visible stomping off the stage and sitting back in his seat. Subsequent to slapping Chris, and the video seemed to show Jada's head shifting forward, with giggling on Twitter. Fans said that Jada was simply being egotistical, with one composing, "She's malevolent. Jada is destroying a legend's profession. All Will has at any point done is be positive, and a good example. She is truly self-centered. Will can show improvement over her, and we should not fail to remember different times." Fans said Jada was self-centered, like in 2020 August Alsina guaranteed that he and Jada engaged in extramarital relations in 2016, saying that it was with Will's full information and consent. Jada and Will later tended to the bits of gossip on an episode of The Red Casual Conversation with Jada, conceding that she and August had fostered an actual relationship, yet that she had been isolated with Will during the time. She likewise uncovered that she immediately reunited again, with Will saying that the two started recuperating the relationship and have been exceptional since. Goodness, and Jada additionally said that Tupac was her perfect partner when she was with Will. Yet even we need to concur that that is a really egotistical comment. While in a relationship with another person, Will even focused on how that made him so uncertain, and he never had a discussion with Tupac, despite the fact that he was so near Jada. Well, Willow has consistently had contemplations about Jada and Will, and keeping in mind that fans demand that Jada destroyed the family. Willow has had various considerations in a meeting with Free. Willow shared how she truly feels about her folks' relationship, saying, I've generally perceived that my folks are their own kin, a ton of children. Consider their folks like your entire character is for me, yet seeing them in this way of life we had from an extremely youthful age, it was obvious to me they weren't simply my folks, they're full others who have their own feelings. That hasn't prevented fans from saying that Jada totally demolished her family. with one individual taking note of on Twitter drop culture. Is junk yet exclusively dropping somebody on a one case at a time case? Premise has some legitimacy when individuals are wretched to the point that they need to vanish from people who value proper etiquette that warrants a dropping Jada Pinkett Smith is such her harmfulness demolished her family and presently mainstream society. We don't have any idea how Jada will return from all the backfire. Cause we can perceive that it will be happening for some time, yet she's not by any means the only one who has confronted cruel analysis. However, look at this other video for significantly more brutal big name analysis.